Well, the weekend is coming to an end, but we don't need to end things like that at all. So, today, as you know, is going to be a very interesting episode for all of you. As you know, next week we have, of course, Stardom's upcoming pay per view, Flashing Champions. As you know, we just had the recent shows in Chiba and Korakuen Hall. So, in Chiba, we have some preview matches that will lead on to one of them, which is leads to the Goddesses of Stardom tag titles, and of course, preludes for Flashing Champions that we definitely going to be paying attention to. So we'll be focusing on that as well. But however, there will be no news updates for all of you. Basically, I have nothing to update at this point until the next episode. But right now, let's get started with another episode of Deleted Wrestle Zone.
Are you ready? Get up, get up! 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 Get up, get up!
Hey everyone, welcome to Deleted Wrestle Zone. All things that is pro wrestling with AEW, NXT, New Japan Pro Wrestling, TNA, the National Wrestling Alliance, various promotions, wrestlers, matches, and championships. I am your host, J Rod here. So, if you are new to the channel, welcome. This is a channel where we do a lot of pro wrestling reviews from various wrestling promotions, not only here in the United States, but also in Japan, Mexico, Canada, Europe, the UK, anywhere in the world where pro wrestling is not as big, but it continues to grow. We also do discussion videos, talk about various discussions such as the wrestlers themselves, the promotions, factions, storylines, whatever we want to talk about. We also do more news updates. If I'm unable to put it on this episode, I can put it on a separate video by itself or at the next episode. We also do, of course, more some real timing news updates to keep you guys on alert if something has happened in the world of pro wrestling that needs to be addressed ASAP. We also do the Unagi Sayaka Watch and various other cool things as well. So if you like what you see, please subscribe to us. So click on that subscribe button. You'll be getting a lot of daily reviews and other cool wrestling content as well. But if you like this episode, please give us a like on the like button or a nice comment in the description down below. Now, all introductions are set aside. We're only going to be doing 2 reviews from the same promotion, and this has happened this past weekend. Of course, it's with Stardom, and we're starting with their show in Chiba. Okay, Stardom in Chiba, and this took place recently on the 11th of May. It opened up with, of course, a tag team match featuring Cosmic Angel rookies Sayaka Kurara and Aya Sakura taking on the much experienced wrestlers and 2/3 of the, of course, of the artist champions, and and of course, one is the current red belt champion. We're talking about EXV, Mina Shirakawa, and Maika. Now, of course, those who know this or not, we know that Sayaka Kura has already speared Maika before, but however, I was hoping maybe Mina's gonna get speared, which it did. Now you know the rookies are improving little by little, but however, unfortunately, that did not end there for them because Mina applied a implant DDT on Sayaka Kurara, allowing them to pick up the win. However, in the post match, this is the thing that got interesting. Apparently, they kidnapped both Kurara and Sakura for some reason, and Mizumori was right there watching this. She didn't do a dang thing about it. However, what was funny is this. They were trying to recruit them, and of course, Kurara mentioned that she was already in Cosmic Angels, and Sakura said that she will never join EXV, and they asked why not, and the answer was, uh, they're barbaric and uncultured. So basically, they got them really, and then they kind of argue with each other to see who they were referring to. Mina put the finger on Micah. I don't know why, but I mean, it was a good distraction to get them off their back. Now, anyway, we have a four-way match. We have Ryan, Rana Yagami, Waka Tsukiyama, and Saya Ida. Now, we have been seeing some interesting moments in these type of matches. As you know, when it comes to four ways, there'll be some general team ups. We did see, of course, Waka and Ryan teaming up into this. Of course, we know that they offered her a position if she would like to join EXV. We don't know if that's the case yet. I mean, she's probably keeping her options open. I mean, the last rookie they just recruited was none other than Hanako. But we'll see what that leads us from here on out. But, however, it was Saya Ida that pinned Waka, which was a very impressive match. However, Waka could have won this match, but it did not because apparently she is still gunning for the New Blood Tag Team titles. I mean, right now she already surpassed her 3 year experience, but I don't know. We'll see what happens from here on out from there. Now, our next match, we have Queen's Quest members Maya Amasaki, Lady C, and Azumi taking on stars Momokogo, Koguma, and Azuki. Now, don't forget, the following day, um, Amasaki and Azumi, who are, of course, known as O2 Line, they'll be facing against Azuki and Koguma as FWC for the Goddesses of Stardom Championship, which is the tag belt. So this is a bit of a good preview, and I was practically impressed. However, the match ended with, of course, Amasaki applying the Tensei onto Momokogo, allowing for her to pick up a very fantastic win. But the obvious question does tell, could this be the shortest reign for FWC, or will they continue to reign supreme once again? We'll see about that the following day. Now, our next match, we have, of course, a three-way tag team match. We have Oedo Tai consisting of Rina and Momo Watanabe versus Crazy Star, Suzuki and Meisira versus EXV Hanako and Xena. Now, of course, this type of match you would think, okay, Crazy Star recently lost the tag belts, but however, we know they'll get back on their feet no matter what after losing the belt. But of course, there is no significant storylines on this one, but it was Zuzu who picked up the win with Hanako. Excuse me, when she applied a tequila shot, allowing her to pick up a very fantastic win. Now, our next match, we have Oedo Tai, Godzai, consisting of Saki Kashima, Konami, Shuri, and Ami Sori taking on Cosmic Angels, Yuna Mizumori, Natsupoi, Tam Nakano, and Sayori Inoue. Now, don't forget that at Flashing Champions, we will see Sayori Inoue defend the Wonder of Stardom Championship, or better known as the White Belt, against Ami Sori, who put herself in a number one contendership match. Of course, she recently defeated Natsupoi for that spot. But I think this was mostly about those two because Ami Sori is confident enough to believe she can defeat Ami Sori. However, we know that Sayori Inoue. However, we do know that Ami Sori does have the capability. We already witnessed that with Hanan after beating her for the future belt. But however, there was a fatal flaw. Ami Sori thought she knew Sayori Inoue, but unfortunately she did not, because she missed the pottering. That was the deciding factor that allowed her to pick up the win. So basically, this match started out with Ami Sori picking up the momentum. But however, how will they do the following day on the 12th? We'll get to that in a bit. Now, our main event, we see our Edo Tai consistent of Fukigen Death, Tekla, and Natsuko Tora taking on Starlight Kid, and of course the members of Stars consistent of Hanan and Mayu Iwatani. Now, it's been a while since Kid has been part of the group Stars ever since she was snatched away by Natsuko Tora. You would think that of course Starlight Kid hasn't forgotten how things have gone ever since they expelled her. You would think that she probably will have it up against them, but no. Fukigen Dev was clever enough to pick up the win when she applied the O'Connor roll. And of course, Starlight Kid made a decision for the timing. She will remain independent, but she doesn't mind teaming up with various people. I'm sure Mayu would probably want her to come back, but I highly doubt that that's going to happen. I know many fans would like to see it, but as for, of course, Natsuko Tora said that she should just give up. We'll see what happens from here on out. I think we're done with the Chiba show. Let's move on with Korakuen Hall. Okay, Stardom in Korakuen Hall. This has just recently happened on the 12th of May. First things first, there was a change of plan in one of the matches that was supposed to be involved. Momokoko was supposed to be facing against Rian, but due to the circumstances, Rian was unable to compete due to poor health conditions. It's not the first time. Turns out that Sayakami Tani also is in that same predicament as well. In her match, she was replaced by none other than from Diana. Excuse me. By Nanami. You guys may have seen her. She teamed up with God's Eye. It's been a while since we've seen her, but yes. Um, but we'll see what happens. Hope Rian is better, and hopefully we see her again. Now, our first match. This is a very important match. This is two rookies facing off. We have Sayaka Kurara and Rana Yagami. Now, those who don't know, both these ladies came from the same batch alongside Yuzuki. So they are currently the last two standing at the moment, while Yuzuki, who recently left Stardom to go to Rossi Zogawa's promotion, Mighty Gold. But this is a good test for these two ladies to see how far they progress. Now, of course, this is going to be one of those moments where, okay, who has the upper hand? You look at Kurara, we know that her spears are so flawless. We know she has her spears are deadly. I mean, Tam Nakano mentioned that before. But you look at Rana Yagami, who has great striking capability. So how would this play out? Well, she applied like a buzzsaw kick onto Kurara, and Yagami picked up her first win like this. So not bad coming from her. Now our next match we have an eight-person tag, no, a six-woman tag match. We have Odo Tai consistent of Fukigen Death, Rina and Momo Watanabe taking on Nanami and Queen's Quest Lady C and the returning Hina. Now those who do know, Hina and Rina are twin sisters, even though they don't look nothing alike, but they are. However, we do know that Hina does have one thing in her sight, and that is the future belt. Rina currently is almost close in breaking her sister's record, Hana's record, which is 10 consecutive defenses. But the real question is, when will Hina make her play? That is a good question. We don't know just yet. But it was, of course, Hina who ended up on the wrong side of her twin sister's double knee drop onto her abdomen, and just like that, she won. But she sent a clear message to both Nanami and Hina that she will never win the future belt. I mean, Hina, we know she'll win that belt, but we just don't know when will it happen. Hopefully soon. Now we got the other members of Oedo Tai, consistent Tekla and Atsuko Tora. They face God's Eye Kashima and Konami versus EXV Hanako and Xena. Now, of course, with this was a very interesting match because we have two former members of Oedo Tai. Were consisting of Konami and Kashima. Konami left Oedo Tai after she was having poor health issues, and of course Kashima was expelled from Oedo Tai. Was interesting. However, we did notice that Kashima left Konami high and dry, but she was able to help in the second half. But unfortunately, it wasn't God's Eye who took the fall. It was, of course, Hanako who ended up in the fall after Tekla applied her a submission, forcing her to tap and sending a clear message that she'll be coming for every idol in Stardom. Now, our next match, this was a very impressive but very crazy four-way trios match. We have team number one, Starlight Kid teams up with Crazy Star, Suzuki, and Mei Seda. We have Cosmic Angels, Aya Sakura, Natsupoi, and Tam Nakano versus EXV Waka Tsukiyama, Mina Shirakawa, and Maika versus Star members Saida, Hanan, and Mayu Iwatani. As you know, but there was a great moment. I have to say, there were moments like this where I did like how Starlight Kid and Natsupoi did some team up, but they did on Tam Nakano. I thought, what the hell is going on? I mean, people are saying that Starlight Kid should consider joining Cosmic Angels. I don't know, but we'll see. But I have to say, many are saying that maybe her with Crazy Star wouldn't be that bad. But it was, of course, Mei Sita who picked up the win when she applied the Shooting Star onto Sakura, and just like that, they won. Now, our next match, we have God's Eye, consisting of Shuri and Ami Suri taking on Cosmic Angels, Yuna Mizumori and Sayuri Ono. Don't forget, Ami Suri and Sayuri New will face off each other for the white belt next week. This is another preview match before we get to that. However, Ami Sori was willing to admit that she thought she knew Sayuri Noi, but apparently she did not. But one thing that was impressive is that she countered the pottering, which is one of Sayuri Noi's wins. But however, she may have annoyed during the post-match comments. Feels like she didn't attain her just a little bit, but it's more like saying you may have figured me out, but you didn't have figured me out completely. So basically, there's still a lot that, of course, Aranoi doesn't know. She thinks she may have the upper hand, but there's a lot of things about Sudanui I don't think she knows about. So we'll see about that. Now, main event is the Goddesses of Stardom, the tag belts. We have O2 Line taking on FWC. What a match! And I have to say, this was a great improvement by Amasaki, who showed a lot of conviction in this match, determined to reach the top. I mean, we never seen her win the future belt, but having this was very interesting for her. I mean, she could have come close, but unfortunately, she ended up pancaked by Koguma with the diving body press, and just like that, it was over. But of course, Amasaki and Azumi will try again some point in the future, but only time will tell when that day will happen. So we'll see when that day happens. But as of right now, we'll leave things like this right now with Stardom, and we just call it a day. Well, I hope everybody enjoys this episode. Coming up, of course, we still got New Japan Pro Wrestling with the Resurgence. I haven't reviewed that. There's still some wrestling I haven't catched up on yet, but I'll do the best I can. I'm behind on the GCW stuff, so I'm thinking about just take a break from that for a little bit and then try to restart when the right timing happens. But we'll see. But as of right now, that's the plan. But until then, I'll see you guys on the next episode. So I must bid all of you adieu. So goodbye. And have a nice day. Bang.